And for the first time in Marmion history, we are live at the baseball diamond. I'm Fred Shove alongside my color partner, Austin Flanagan. We got the first pitch from Lundell. I was blown outside, skillfully blocked by the catcher.
Chase, thank you.
Beautiful weather today for our inaugural broadcast. Pleasure to welcome you all today. This is the second pitch by Lundell is to the backstop. He seems to be off to a sketchy start. On 2-0, what are you looking for here, Austin?
Well, first of all, you got a good catcher back there in Chase Stanky, you know, D1 commit, University of Arkansas. And you got a pretty young team out there, you know, it's a very good cadet team. And been watching them past 4 or 5 games, and they're a strong team, you know. They have some weak spots, but their strengths are very noticeable when you see it. So look to Lundell get going. Good strike right down the middle.
Now brings it to 2-1 on the fastball right down the heart of the plate. Lundell's a nice arm, too. Is he the leader of the staff?
He's a pretty good kid. I mean, you know, not the ace of the team. It's Brandon McPherson. You'll see Colin Gibson, number 2. But between those 3, you know, you got a good lineup that can do some damage. So, you know.
At 2-2, looking for a slider low and outside. He threw it, but the batter lays off. The leadoff batter this evening is the center fielder, number 9, last name Rodriguez. 3-2 now on Rodriguez as Lundell rocks and he fires. As he grounds a ball right to the first baseman as he calls off Lundell and steps on the bag. 1 out.
We got first baseman sophomore Dylan DeLoreal. The Cadets are actually a pretty young team. Go through the starting lineup real quick here. We got at third base, Colin Gibson. Second base, Jack Mohenhouse. Center, Chase Stanky. Left field, Bobby Pierce. DH days, Bryce Burton. Right field, Brandon McPherson. Center field, Elias Flowers. First baseman, Dylan DeLoreal. Shortstop, Trevor Taus. And on the mound, Eric Lundell.
Now stepping to the plate is the designated hitter, number 17, Rutherford. As the first pitch by Lundell is on the inside half for a called strike. Quick one out there. Hopefully Lundell can get a 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, top of the first. My apologies. Nice curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-2 now on Rutherford. What do you look for on 0-2?
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Down on I believe that was a slider, was it not?
I believe so, if my eyes would see the same thing as you do.
3-pitch strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Now stepping to the plate is the pitcher, number 2, Burden. Let's see what he can do with 2 outs. The base is empty. Chase Stanky.
The leader.
Calls. The leader of the diamond behind the plate.
They say it's the quarterback of the baseball field, actually.
Perhaps. The team captain. It's like Jonathan Taves. Lundell rocks and fires the 0-0 pitch.
Outside.
Outside, skillfully blocked by Stanky. Lundell seems to have the breaking ball rocking thus far. He's thrown it primarily. Seems to be a delay of the umpire screaming at someone.
I wouldn't say screaming. I would say forcefully projecting his opinion.
The first base coach? Is there an issue? Is there a man on the field? Nope. Burden. Apologies. Steps back in the dish. Lundell rocks and fires. 2-0 on the low changeup. .20 count here. Might group a fastball, but 3-hitter. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. You could rock it. 2-0. Up and away. 3-0 on the number 3 batter. 3-1 now. This is called strike on the outside corner. Ball 4 now on the low changeup. Runner on first now with 2 dead. Cleanup hitter Zillman, catcher number 4, steps in play.
We got time. And we got time. We got a pitch runner here. Number 33. Number 33, David Gleavis, seems to be coming in for a pitch runner. Hope I pronounced his last name right. If I didn't, I severely apologize. Man on first, 2 outs for the Cadets. Let's see what Lundell can get out of this thing with no damage.
Now from the stretch, the 0-0. Check swing, called strike. 0-1 on Zielman.
Rita's got some nice jerseys. I actually like those.
These are very nice.
Like traditional. Oh yeah, Marmion got new uniforms this season. Have 3 uniforms. Runner goes.
Ground back to Lundell. Underhands it to the first baseman. And
That's a good out.
going to the bottom of the first. 0-0.
Good first inning by Mr. Lundell.
No runs, no hits, but a man left. So in between innings, we're gonna go over some. The weather. We can go over the weather in between innings. The weather's nice.
It's kind of cloudy.
Cloudy.
Cadets come in here pretty hot, actually, with a, kind of a tough loss last night against Batavia on a walk-off, 4-3. And, they had some solid wins this year with the 5-0 defeat of Geneva and a sweep of St. Francis, and then a win over Montini. The Cadets look like a team that could do some damage, a team you don't want to see in the playoffs, a team that might not enter the playoffs with the best record, but definitely could do some damage later on, especially being in 3A. Playing a lot of 4A teams in this strong CCL Blue.
On this day in baseball history, 2006, at the age of 47, Julio Franco becomes the second oldest player to steal a base. In 1909, Arlie Latham, who played 2 games at second base for the Giants, swept a sack at the age of 49. So, safe to say, at the age of 47, I don't see that record being broken anytime soon.
I mean, Bartolo Colon, if he ever wants to stay that long, that'd be pretty.
He's still a young chap in comparison to those fellas. He's only, 43, 42? Still a spry, medium-aged gentleman. How about that home run he hit last year?
Oh, that was amazing.
Gotta love Bartolo.
St. Rita, one of the better programs in the state of Illinois. My recent experience at St. Rita, back in my freshman year, I got to see them get to Mount Carmel in a playoff game. Very good. 2 very good programs. Mount Carmel did win the game, but I saw a different kind of baseball. There's baseball in Illinois, and then there's CCL baseball. CCL Blue, one of the best divisions in the Midwest. So Cadets really had their hands full in the next coming weeks. Not really supposed to win in much games, but it's baseball, so you never know. Up first, the Cadets. Senior Colin Gibson, number 24. Gibson is the second pitcher for the Cadets. Has a very strong game. Can play multiple positions. Today he's playing third base. So we'll see how Mr. Gibson will do with the bat in his hand.
Let's see if Colin Gibson can get a nice leadoff base knock to start the game for the Cadets. Once again, the pitcher for St. Rita is number 2, Matt Verdon. Matt Verdon puzzling with the ball on the mound. Now steps up to the rubber. Colin Gibson seems ready, and he rocks. And he fires the 0-0. On the inside corner, first strike. 0-1 on Gibson. The 0-1. Low and away. It seems like a nice 2-seam fastball he's got working. A lot of movement. Seems like it's going to be tough on the right-handed hitters. It's going to be breaking in. See if he can pull one in the left.
Ooh.
Almost hit him. Some chin music almost. Didn't get that high, but it was that 2-seam fastball I just aforementioned. Got some good heat on it. Good movement. Life. As he ropes a single down the left field. Oh,
foul ball.
Down the left field line. Not a good angle from this point of view, but he hit it hard, and it was that 2-seam fastball, and he hit the left. Next time he can hit it fair, hopefully. Gibson steps back into the batter's box as Verdon walks behind the mound. Pushes up the ball with some dirt. That's legal. Verdon now set.
Ooh.
That was over his head. That was a breaking ball. Went right over Gibson. The count is 3-2 on Gibson. The payoff pitch. Ball 4.
Inside.
Leadoff walks will always kill you in baseball. As Gibson forces the leadoff walk to begin the game.
Let's hope Gibson makes the pitcher regret that walk. Up next is Jack Molenhouse, multi-sport athlete. Molenhouse is a member of Marmion's football team and of the nationally renowned drill team. Molenhouse is actually in season for drill. He wakes up early, goes to drill practice, and then after school he comes and Plays on the diamond. Has 2 commitments. He's very good at both sports.
Burden checking on Gibson as Gibson dives back in. Is Gibson a threat to steal, Austin?
You know, I wouldn't think Chapman would, Coach Frank Chapman, the baseball head coach, would send him here, but, you know, he does have some speed, you know. I wouldn't bet it, but it's always a possibility. Not someone you don't want to steal.
From the stretch, Burden delivered that two-seam fastball once again inside on the right-handed hitter. 1-0. Infield and double play depth all around. Now from the stretch, Burden. Up the middle,
Back
right
to the pitcher.
They're going to try and turn 2 to second for 1 and on to first.
No
for
turn
the
2.
double play. So 2 outs on that ground ball to the pitcher. So 1 to 6 to 3 on the putout.
And now we got Chase Stanky, number 9. Arkansas commit. Been in a struggle a little bit, you know. He last hit actually came against Bennett Academy last Friday. Ever since then, Chase has been 0 for his past, I believe, 10.
Let's see if Chase can turn this around right here. No one on, 2 outs. See if he can give his pitcher some breathing room early, or at least get on base. 1-0 is the count. Now back in the windup, Burden. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Stanky steps out of the box, steps back in, seems to be ready. Rocks and fires. Lays off the two-seam fastball. The two-seam fastball, yes, Burden's got to work against the righties, jamming him inside, but against the lefties, he's got to work in a way. That is a very lively pitch.
Good contact by Stanky. Good hop.
Nasty hop. Second baseman recovers and chucks it onto first base. One walk. No one left on the double play. We go to the top of the second. Marmion 0, St. Rita 0. We're going to move into some more baseball, this day in baseball history, as in 1997, in the Cubs' 7-6 win over the Pirates at Wrigley Field, Ryne Sandberg hit his 267th career home run as a second baseman. This broke Joe Morgan's record, and Ryne Sandberg further solidifies himself as a Hall of Fame second baseman, one of the greatest Cubs to ever live.
I would personally say Ernie Banks, fellas, in my opinion.
Oh.
I don't know.
You can't really beat Ernie Banks, but
Mr.
there's
Cub.
a lot of great Cubs that are underappreciated due to Ernie Banks' reign as Mr. Cub. I mean, talk about Hack Wilson, talk about Fergie Jenkins, Rhino, Billy Williams. There's a lot of greats, but the Cub greats really aren't appreciated as enough as they can, or in the past because of their lack of World Series rings, but now they can put that behind them. And these guys today, they can start solidifying themselves as future greats.
Number 11, Adam Oxtetter, the bullpen catcher. Known as the livelihood of the baseball team. You can sometimes hear him. If our boom mic picks him up, has a very distinct voice.
Now, Adam relinquishes his duties to Arkansas Comet, Chase Stanky. Speaking of Arkansas, how about Andrew Benintendi, former Arkansas grad? That man can flat out swing it for the Boston Red Sox. What is he batting? 361 he had a 5-for-5 game this past week. Speaking of young stars, we're talking about Trey Turner.
Oh, Lord.
For the cycle last night, April 25th in Colorado, it was 35 degrees, but that didn't stop the young shortstop from amassing 7 ribs and 4 knocks. He went 4 for 6 in the winning effort.
I'm going to go for 7 ribs right now, you know.
Now stepping up his play is the first baseman, number 51, as Lundell rocks and fires. Nice pitch on the low and
outside
corner. Umpire didn't really raise his arm that time, but I heard the yelp, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 by Lundell. Got the nice breaking ball working away from the right-hander. 1-1 as he laid off. Lundell working quick. The 1-1. Low changeup. Once again blocked by Stanky. He really doesn't let much past him, does he?
No, he doesn't. That's one of the strong suits, you know. You always hear the guys, you know, for his birthday recently, people were like, oh, thanks for never letting a ball get past. So apparently he does exceptionally well at that. Swing and miss. 2-2.
Was that just gas, or was that a changeup? Couldn't really tell from this angle.
Number 51, Mike Skorowski. I'm going to pretend like I said that right.
The 2-2. Called. Strike 3 on a nice two-seam fastball working back to the outside corner.
Got a nice 2 strikeouts from Mr. Eric Lundell.
Beautiful pitch. just painting. Now stepping up is the left fielder, number 7, Blake Soria, the right-handed hitter. Still no hits for either club. As Soria steps into the box, Lundell rocks and fires. Called strike. Just called strike. He's pouring strikes into the strike zone right now.
Good command, Mr. for Lundell. You know, painting the outside switch of the plate. You know, really good command. Keep that command up. You know, Rita. Lundell's the kind of pitcher who can throw against the best and will pitch well, but then you know some games he'll just get. Ooh, nice.
That was a
nice
nasty
curveball.
It's breaking right at the batter's head and drops right in the strike zone to bring it to 1-2.
Going back to what I said, you know, he's a pitcher. You know, you're either going to get something really good out of him, really bad, no really in between. You know, a nice sophomore arm. Oh, look, a strike from here. I formally disagree, but
Another two-seam fastball that I thought got worked in, but umpire disagreed, which is fair. Brings it to 2-2. Lundell, he's young as well, isn't he?
very young. He pitched last year as a freshman on varsity. You know, I asked a couple of players. Foul ball. Asked some of the players, you know, how he is, and he said, you know, he's going to be a good pitcher. He said by his senior year, he's going to be very, very good. His catcher right now, Chase Stanky, said the kid has a lot of talent, and when all of it comes out, it's going to be a very scary day for opposing batters.
The 2-2 now from Lundell. Another
nice curveball.
2 strikeouts in the inning, both looking by Lundell. Now he gets to face number 22, Colin Fitzgerald, the right fielder. Let's see if he can get a 1-2-3. Maybe strike out the side. That'll be nice. Get his bats right back up to the plate. Left-handed hitter now. Let's see how he treats the lefty. He's only faced, he's faced prominently right-handed hitters. Is the 0-0. Another nice fastball. He's got the fastball command. He's got the curveball command. His changeup's been there. Forced a couple swings and misses, but it's been out of the strike zone, which is where you want it. That time another curveball. That one broke a little too far inside to Fitzgerald. 1-1. Working quickly once again. 1-1.
Oh.
Just missed the outside corner.
I was looking for a strike there, but
2-1. Hitters count now. 2-1. Up and away. 3-1. Do you think he gives the 7-hitter anything to hit here on 3-1?
with 2 outs right now, knowing Coach Chen watches recent games, I don't think he will. And he
painted the outside corner. All right. Looked like almost a cutter that time. Worked back in on the outside edge. The full count payoff pitch. High pop fly. Out in the
center
right
field.
Center fielder.
Center fielder, Elias Flowers with the catch. Another sophomore.
And we are out of the inning. To go to the bottom of the second, Marmion Cadets 0, St. Rita 0. Once more, another fun fact of this day in baseball history. In 1990, then Rangers hurler Nolan Ryan tied Bob Feller's major league record of throwing 12 one-hitters when he beat the Red Sox 1-0. The only hit allowed is Ron Kittle's second inning check swinging single to right field. Nolan Ryan, known as perhaps the greatest pitcher of all time, most definitely one of the fastest throwing. What did he take, an aspirin and get it on done? No, he was one of the toughest son of a guns in baseball history. Couldn't really keep him off the mound. On that same topic of one-hitters, Steve Carlton in 1980 pitched his 6th career one-hitter, establishing a National League record when he blanked the Redbirds at Veterans Stadium 7-0. Steve Carlton, another guy, old lefty for the Philadelphia Phillies. Very talented pitcher, Hall of Famer. Moving on to the bottom of the second now.
We'll lead off with Bobby Pierce, senior Bobby Pierce, one of the 3 seniors starting today for the Cadets. Oh, we've got 3 seniors, 3 juniors, and 3 sophomores, if I believe that is right.
Still waiting for the first hit as the first pitch of the inning. It's a nice curveball.
Nice curveball.
From Verdon. 0-1 on Bobby Pierce. He looked at that one down the middle. It was a tough pitch to swing at. The 0-1.
Good contact.
Hard hit ball to the right center field gap.
He would not make the catch.
Bobby Pierce
going to. He's being waited in the third.
Thinking 3. The throw
The
is
cutoff.
not in time.
That is a
Stand-up
triple.
leadoff triple for Bobby Pierce. All right. So the first hit of the game is a big one as Bobby Pierce lines a leadoff triple to the right center field gap. Let's see if we can drive him in here. No outs, runner on third. You got to get that run in. No strikeouts, no pop-outs. Suicide squeeze? I don't know.
Yeah, DH right here, Bryce Burton. Bryce Burton has had some power, so I expect if we don't see a hit from here, we could see a pop fly, sacrifice fly out in the left field. Burton's known for the transfer from Canelan.
Whenever I look at the box score, I always see Burton's name. A double, a single, 3 hits. See if we can do something here with the runner on third. Swing and miss. That nice two-seam fastball that Burton keeps pitching. 0-1 on Burton. It's a nice pitch working inside. Great life, great velocity. The 0-1 from Burton.
Oh.
Stepped in the bucket that time. That's a nasty pitch. When you have a nice two-seam fastball working in, and then you have a nice cutter, it seemed, working out, that is a tough combination for right-handed hitters to face. Now 0-2 on Bryce Burton. See if he can make some solid contact and drive in Pierce. Almost
Outside.
a back stop. It's a good stop by the catcher. 1-2 now on Burton. What are you looking for here on 1-2? You going to try and make him swing and miss on some gas or finesse?
I think after the first two strikes, he's going to go for some nice heat. I'm going to go going outside. Contact.
Good
Wait.
fight. That was that nice two-seam fastball that's working him inside on the knees.
Behind our box. Hopefully no cars parked behind us.
Good two-strike approach there as he was able to foul that off. That's a tough pitch to touch. Now 1-2 still on Burton.
Pierce the one-step leadoff.
Over his head. That's
off his bat.
The bat stayed up even though the pitch was over his head. If that bat doesn't touch the ball, Bobby Pierce is scoring.
Got to be a little winning comes with a little bit of luck too, you know. Got to get some lucky breaks every now and then.
Sure, that was an unlucky one right there. Let's see if we can make a lucky one on 1-2. Nice.
Foul.
Another nice curveball on the inside half. He is pounding Bryce Burton in. That seems to be the mantra thus far for this at-bat. 1-2. Keeps fighting. It's a good at-bat. The runner in scoring position.
With the new IHSA pitch count rule, fighting for, each pitch matters, The Cadets have really been affected by the new pitch count rule, having to pitch guys who normally don't pitch, and another foul ball from Mr. Burton. Been really affected by it. The game against Bennett Academy, we saw a lot of pitchers ineligible, like Brandon McPherson, their ace, Colin Gibson, Lundell, a lot of guys ineligible to pitch, and, that hurt them in the first inning. Lost that game 13-7 with 10 runs in the first. So this new pitch count rule, while it does seem to be, in the long run, benefiting pitchers' arms, doesn't seem to be helping teams' win-loss record, but every team makes the playoffs, so. Good contact, another foul ball.
Right side. Bryce Burton is putting together a nice at-bat here with the runner in scoring position.
You got to work him.
He does not want to go down on strikes.
On deck for the Cadets is Brandon McPherson, the right fielder, another multi-sport athlete.
Let's see if Burton can drive him in right here.
Good, solid contact.
Drive, left field.
That is
foul.
Foul.
This is a hard hit.
Hard
ball.
ball.
Left field line. Hard to see a good angle from here. That ball was absolutely eviscerated over the left field wall. Too bad it was foul. That ball was a few feet from making it a 2-0 game. That ball was crushed.
I did say Burton would put one in the left field, a sac fly. He's been hitting the ball really, really well.
Hung him a curveball. Let's see if he can hang him another curveball. That'd be nice.
Good contact right back to the pitcher.
Bobby Pierce stays back on third base. Hard hit ball. Not where you want to hit it. Still a great at-bat from Burton.
Good at-bat. Good contact. That's what you want to do. Battle. Up next, number 8, Brandon McPherson, the right fielder. Their ace for the Cadets. McPherson plays football and baseball. I asked Brandon, what do you want to do in college? You want to play football or do you want to play baseball? He said, I want to play football, but I want to try to play both, see if I can make it onto a team as a pitcher. Bring some heat.
Another nice curveball there by Burton. Let's get the swing and miss on 0-1. Infield in, the 0-1. Another nice breaking ball on the outside half. Quick 0-2 on McPherson. See if he can put something into the outfield. Ooh, a
Strike
Verdon
three.
hangs a fastball as McPherson goes down looking. Nice pitch. McVerdon has a very nice fastball. He's got multiple variants of that fastball. He's got some movement and he can throw it straight at high velocity. Now Elias Flowers, number 3, step into the plate. We cannot strand that runner on third base. Started there with no outs. Let's see if Elias can drive him in with 2 outs. Now from the windup, Verdon fires in another fastball. He is pounding the strike zone. He's working quick. Elias back in the plate, 0-1 from Verdon. Wind up. Swing and a miss. Another nice fastball. They're just not touching his fastball right now. That's a tough pitch to hit. He's throwing heat.
Got to get that man on third, triple to lead it off. You got to get that man home. Foul tip.
Barely fouled that off. He was on that pitch.
Flowers known as a speed demon. You get that man on base, is almost a guaranteed second.
Still 0-2 with 2 dead. Runner on third. Elias Flowers at the dish. The wind up. And the pitch.
High.
Up and away. There's another fastball. He's trying to work the up and outside corner. But the catcher was able to stop it as it almost went to the backstop. He didn't pounce up quickly to stop it. 1-2 now on Flowers.
Foul tip.
Another foul ball. Back to the left side out of play. Number 8, I believe, is sprinting wildly after that ball.
Number 6, actually.
6, number 8.
Number 6, Jack Leeson, Jr.
He's moving.
Outfielder.
1-2 now. Still on Flowers. The pitch. And he
Foul tips it.
Third base. Slowly hit. Flowers
Barely beats
unable
it.
to beat it out. He beats him by a half a step. We move on to the top of the third inning now. 1 hit in that inning for the Cadets, but it's still Marmion Cadets 0. St. Rita 0.
Got to capitalize on those. You know, a leadoff triple. You got to bring that man home, especially in this CCL blue. You got to get teams like St. Rita, who's actually ranked by PBR as number 7 team in the state, standing with a 14-3 record. You got to capitalize. You know, Lundell's pitching great, but when you get opportunities like that, you got to score. With this tough conference, playing teams like St. Rita, Mount Carmel, St. Lawrence, Brother Rice, you know, every opportunity you get, you got to score because hits aren't easy to come by against those teams.
There really is not a better scoring chance in all of baseball than a leadoff triple. Unable to capitalize at that point, but still plenty of baseball left to play. Lundell finishes his last few warm-up tosses. If I'm being honest, I sort of ran out of this day in baseball history fun facts, but we'll visit some as soon as the real baseball games start in an hour or so. We'll visit those. Lundell finishes his last pitch. Stanky throws down to second, and we are ready to begin the top of the third. Still 0-0. There's the second baseman, number 57, Jalen Greer. He steps up. Another right-handed hitter for Lundell to face. Can't imagine it's too easy for a righty to face Lundell. First pitch of the inning, Lundell rocks and fires. Just off the outside edge, Stanky framed it well, but fastball misses. Tried to come back to that outside edge, but the two-seamer didn't get all the way there. The 1-0, pretty much the same pitch,
Same
this one
spot.
has more downward movement. Keeps hitting his spot as it's 1-1 now. Stanky, another great frame on that pitch. Low and outside corner. 1-1 now on Greer.
Good
Inside
contact.
fastball, third baseman handles it, throws on to first, digs it out. 1 out. That was a nice pitch, working inside on the right-hander. That's what you got to do with that two-seam fastball. That's the ground ball machine pitch. Working in, that'll bust a lot of bats if they're wood bats, but if these metal bats, they're not going to break them off.
Well, you could break a metal bat as the college player broke a aluminum bat. That would imagine it'd be very scary. A lot of power to break an aluminum bat. I feel like Superman after doing something like that.
Speaking of broken bats, remember when Barry Bonds
Ah.
at what was it? The Land Shark Stadium, where the Miami Dolphins play. He homered to right field on a broken bat. Broken bat home runs are not all too uncommon. You see probably one a year or so. Moving back to this game, it's 1-1 now on the number 9 hitter shortstop, number 1, Mike Redmond, as he fouls one off to the left side on the third base line. 1-2 now. I want to see a nice finish him off pitch here by Lundell. He's got some nice stuff working tonight. He has very nice strikeout stuff, no less. Hasn't a lot of hit yet. Let's see if he can get Redmond. 1-2 by Lundell. Curveball just missed the up and outside corner. Chase didn't frame that one because it was quite up and away. Mr. Redmond is not the tallest individual, but probably a good hitter. Backs away from that two-seam fastball, working back inside on the lefty. 3 and 2. Now on Mike Redmond. This time, ball 4. The fastball misses up and away. Mike Redmond, wasn't he a manager for the Florida Marlins? Mike Redmond. He's a catcher, he's a manager. Mike Redmond. I wonder if he's related. Probably not. Now we're back to the leadoff hitter, number 9, Charlie Rodriguez, the center fielder. Runner on first, one away.
Try to get a nice double play ball.
He's got the two-seam fastball working. That's the ground ball machine. Let's see if he can do it. Checks on the first base.
Lazy throw over.
Didn't expect to get him there. This was a nice little lob, but keeping him honest, making sure he knows they know he's there. The first pitch to Rodriguez from the stretch. Lundell. Inside. That wasn't the two-seamer that time. That was a four-seam fastball in the inside corner. I want to see if he throws that two-seamer. First ground ball. Redmond takes his lead. Secondary lead. Another high fastball. He seems to be missing high. You don't necessarily want to make a living on missing high. If you want to miss low, that's probably preferred in Major League Baseball because you don't want him to turn on some high cheese. 2-0 now on Rodriguez. Let's hope it doesn't throw him a cookie. On the stretch.
Oh.
On the inside edge, but perhaps off the inside edge, but called a strike nonetheless. 2-1 now on Rodriguez. Umpire sure is making people swing. I like that. 1 now. Curveball.
Aye.
Didn't have enough snap on it. You don't, like I said earlier, you don't really want to be missing that curveball high. No less, it's 3-1 now. Let's see if he walks in here. Let's see if Chase visits him on the bump. See if he can come back. Hitter's count. He lays a
right
fastball
down
off the outside edge. Back-to-back walks here after getting the first man out on the ground ball. Here comes the pitching coach to meet with Lundell.
That's actually head coach Frank Chapman.
You making a switch?
I don't believe so. Kind of early. Too early for the Cadets to make a switch, you know. We'll see what we got here. Probably asking them, settle him down, calm him down. Not too bad of a situation. Man on first and second with 1 out. 0-0 game, still isn't allowed to hit.
His pitch count should not be an issue thus far, because through 2 innings, he's been rather efficient. His first... Oh, did he walk someone in the first? I believe he did. So, a few walks so far for Lundell. Let's see if he can keep the control nice. I want to see that fastball control back on the lefty. But don't leave it down the middle of the plate. Still hasn't allowed a hit, but seems to be missing the strike zone. Batting after Rodriguez, the second baseman, designated hitter, Rutherford, number 17. Runners on first and second now, and a bit of a jam with 1 out. The 0-0 to Rutherford.
On the middle, back to Lundell.
Back to Lundell. The second for 1. On a first
Got him! Double play.
Whatever Chapman said to him, 1 pitch is all he needed to get out of the frame. After that, after 2 1/3, or after 3 1/3, 2 1/3. Top of the 3rd is over. Moving on to the bottom of the 3rd. Sorry, math is difficult. Still, Marmion Cadets 0, St. Rita 0.
Exactly what Lundell needed. First and second, 1 out. I have a nice jam. Now let's see if the Cadet bats can pick up where they last started and bring in some runs. Go to the bottom of the 3rd here. No hits for the Mustangs of St. Rita. We got 1 hit for our Cadets, tripled by Bobby Pierce back in the 2nd inning. Going up right now for our Marmion Cadets is sophomore Dylan Diorio. Fun fact about Mr. Diorio, his first ever varsity at bat in the beginning of the season was an inside the park home run. You don't see too many of those for your first varsity at bat. So Mr. Diorio has been a nice addition to the program. Last year he played on the sophomore team, made some big strides in the offseason. Now we see him as a regular on the varsity team. That features a lot of youngins. Elias Flowers, Nicholas Tallarico, who is not in the lineup today, but a usual for the Cadets, and as well as Elias Flowers and our pitcher, Mr. Eric Lundell. So, got a lot of youth on this team. You know, Coach Chapman must like that, knowing that he has a good amount of his players returning next year, and you know they're playing like this year, so it's a good problem to
I ran
have.
into some more this day in baseball history trivia for you. In 1961, in the 11th game of the season, Roger Maris hits his first home run of the year. And I bet you listeners can tell me what happened in 1961 with Roger Maris. He broke Babe Ruth's record of 60 home runs and hit 61 in 1961. I find it funny how he hit his first after 11 games, but certainly got hot during the summer. Now batting Diorio lefty to face Verdon. Let's see if he can turn that two-seam fastball around. First pitch of the inning by Verdon is that two-seam fastball. This time misses off the outside edge. We've certainly picked up what he's doing right now, haven't we, Austin?
Yes, we have. You know, pitching a very consistent ball game. You know, Verdon is a commit. That's a high hit out to the left field. Doesn't have to move much. 2 feet over. No, we see Verdon's a commit of Lewis University. We see him with a good amount of velocity on his pitches. You know, varies, knows how to control it, knows how to throw it. You know, solid pitcher. Up right now is number 1, senior Trevor Taus, the shortstop. Trevor's pretty good, pretty solid player. I've been watching him. A commit of Ohio Wesleyan.
Let's get the two-seam fastball, misses outside. Let's see if Trevor can set the table for the top of the order coming up. Once again, another two-seam fastball. We'd had some things fall in our booth, but that's okay, because we're all right.
I'm well
This time
okay.
it was a two-seam fastball that caught the outside edge, 1-1. Curveball, he tries to catch the outside edge, but misses. 2-1 on Taus. Hitters count. Let's see if he can groove one. Set the table. We need base runners at this point, at the very least. Verdon on the 2-1 offering. It's a good pitch. He is working that two-seam fastball. I would say that he's thrown that two-seamer 85 to 90% of his pitches to this point. That time it missed. 3-1, the offering, and it's another two-seamer.
Nice
outside.
walk by Taus. Nice awareness.
Let's see if Trevor can swipe a bag.
Top of the lineup for the Cadets, senior Colin Gibson. Let's see if we can change up what he had in his first at bat and go with just try to get a hit that gets an extra base hit. Try to get Taus at least to the second base.
He walked his first time. Let's see if he can reach base again. That was a nice little lead off first base. Verdon checking on him. Still offers the first. Another
Close
high
to middle.
fastball on the inside edge. Takes it for a ball.
Another multi-sport athlete for the Cadets. Colin Gibson was a quarterback and cornerback for the Cadets this past football season, leading us to a 6-3 record. Early first-round exit against the Cal Barbs. Gibson the leader on and off the field. Check back to Taus.
Throws it over to Taus, but Tausey gets back in there. I just called him Tausey. I'm not going to say that again.
I think you appreciate that.
One and 0 now on Gibson. Let's see if he. Hope it doesn't ground into another play here.
Oh, they caught him.
Pickle. Tausey
And
falls over, and second baseman tags him for the out. As
Can't have those.
we lose a base runner there, as Verdon will work back from the windup where he's been so strong to this point. As it's now still 1-0 on Gibson, but he got an out there without even having to throw a pitch. Never want that.
That's CCL difference, you know. I asked the guys, you know, what's it like playing, you know, against CCL teams. They said it's not really, it is who you're going up against. That's contact by Gibson down to the shortstop. The shortstop comes over, throws it out, and Gibson is thrown out at first. Go to the middle of, go to the top of the fourth. Scores Marmion Cadets 0, St. Rita Mustangs 0. So far, Lundell is working with no runs allowed so far. Cadets have 1 hit. Let's see if we can get some action right now. Going back to what I said about the Cadets, they said it's not. It's you would think it's more so who you're playing, but it's not who you're playing. It's how they play. They say CCL baseball is different. Obviously, the players are really good. You know, with players like Alec Thomas, the committed TCU, and other players of his caliber in this conference. But it's just, you know, it's coached differently. You know, the kids play it differently, and so that's what makes it difficult.
Some more baseball, this day in baseball trivia we got for you. In 1959, Sadaharu O hit his first home run that began an 868 home run career in Japan. He still holds the world record for home runs in a season, as Barry Bonds doesn't even pale in comparison. Sadaharu O, a legend in Japan, perhaps a living god. I don't think he's still alive, but this day, his first home run. And one of the greatest careers in all of baseball history. Not just Major League. People forget about that guy. I mean, he's not too prominent here in the States, but Sadaharu O could swing it. Speaking of swinging it, we have the inning starting off for the Mustangs. As it's going to be the pitcher, Matt Verdon, star pitcher, who's going to step up to the plate, leading off for the Mustangs. Lundell still working at the windup.
Going for a bunt.
Bunt, but doesn't make contact. Called strike.
I guess Verdon must trust his speed, trying to bunt. Trying to pull a fast one on the Cadets right here. Let's see if he'll continue to bunt or if he'll change it up. No bunt attempt there, right down the middle. 0-2 for Lundell. Verdon.
Change up there that he hit high.
Verdon didn't seem to agree with the call.
Quick 0-2 on Verdon. Mundell can get him. Nice curveball hit, high pop fly to the center fielder. Shortstop coming out. Center fielder handles it. Elias Flowers makes a catch. 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Elias Flowers, one of the faster kids here on the baseball team. You know, kick returner, punt returner, and wide receiver for the Cadets in his football career. Asked him if he's going to come out football again and he needs someone with that kind of speed. He said, I don't know. Said exactly like that. He said, I don't know.
Jake Zielman, the catcher, steps up now with 1 dead here in the 4th as Lundell throws the nice curveball and drops in there.
I really regret our camera not working because Lundell is pitching really, really well. His changeup and his curveballs are really moving. It's a work of art right now, just watching it.
Another breaking ball misses outside. Yes, our apologies. Our camera seemed to have broken before this broadcast. It will be back, and we will be back at the next Marmion Academy home game. The 1-1 from Lundell to Zielman. 2-seam fastball right down the heart of the plate as Zielman can just watch it. 1-2 now with 1 dead here in the 4th. Hopefully they're shaded just to the left. Lundell throws swing.
Swing and a miss.
And a nice 2-seam fastball.
Oh, that's his 4th strikeout of the game. Lundell getting a nice highlight reel for himself. Some nice pitches, nice command, nice speed. Remember, he's only a sophomore.
Impressive, impressive. Now up to first base, number 52, Tyler Wojnarowski. Right-handed hitter, Lundell. Let's see if we can get a 1-2-3 right here. Nice curveball. He just drops right back in the strike zone. He has got it working today. Here in high school, I mean, it's not too common to lead off an at-bat with a breaking ball, but he dumps it in because he has great command of it. That time a fastball misses low and away. Stanky blocks it skillfully. 1-1 now on Wojnarowski. Working quickly. The 1-1. Another curveball hanging, driven into left field and drops for the Mustangs' first knock of the game here in the top of the 4th. Wasn't really on no-hitter watch yet, but I mean, even after you get the first out of a game, it is hard to not admit to yourself that you are focusing on a no-hitter. Blake Soria, the left fielder, now stepping in.
There seems to be a change for the pitch runner right here. As number 33.
Like David Gleaves is coming in to pinch run.
Pitch run earlier in the game. Must have some speed on his under his shoes.
Designated runner. Oh, there's a little Billy Hamilton. There's a little Trey Turner over here. Interesting, interesting. I don't know how legal that is. Is he the catcher? No, he's the first baseman. They must be taking him out. I suppose I understand the tactic there, but with 2 outs and only a runner on first base, I don't know how much that's going to get you. But he could prove me wrong with scoring a run here for the Mustangs right now. Don't want to see that by Lundell. Now working from the stretch, he's checking on Gleaves. Sets and fires. Gleaves goes, blocked by Stanky, but has no play, as it was in the dirt, and Gleaves took advantage on that first pitch.
Gleaves did have some whiz, get over there pretty quick, and a good, nice first step.
Yes, we sort of understand the manager's move there. I guess his only goal there was to steal a bag. 1-0.
High.
Drive, left field.
Flowers is on the run.
Flowers and converging with the left field.
No.
Get it. Diving play. He's down.
The Mustangs will score one. That's a double. Yeah.
Flowers still down out there in left center. Did he hit the wall? He gets back up, pushes himself up off the dirt. Seems to have been disappointed there more than hurt by not making that play.
We'll reward the hustle. Good play by Flowers. Came all the way. Looked like sprinted a good 60 feet. That was a low hit ball. Hard to get. Made a good diving catch. Diving attempt of a catch. Excuse me.
So as I said, I guess the manager did prove me wrong by pinch running Gleaves there. My apologies. As he drives him in promptly with the next hitter. I guess that's how baseball works for him.
Probably should send him a letter apologizing.
Perhaps, but there's another curveball that Lundell drops right in there. His first pitch curveball, he's done that multiple times, especially this inning. 0-1 now, the runner on second base. Let's see if he can get out of here with no more damage. Breaking ball, fouled away, skillfully caught by the first base coach. I will give credit where credit is due, my fine gentleman. That was a nice catch.
I don't know about the throw, though. The throw looks kind of like a lollipop.
Oh, you win some, you lose some, I suppose. Still 0-2 on Fitzgerald. The left-handed hitter is ready. The right-handed pitcher is ready as well as he throws a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Looking at strike three, but the damage is done as it is now 1-0 Mustangs as the Marmion Cadets will come up in the bottom of the fourth inning looking to tie it up or take the lead.
This half inning earlier today, the White Sox played the Kansas City Royals, won that game 5-2. Tonight we'll be able to see the Chicago Bulls go up against the Boston Celtics in the critical Game 5 in the Eastern Conference playoffs. We see the Cubs and the Pirates coming on at 6:05, and some other games at the Atlanta Hawks versus the Washington Wizards, as well as on ESPN, the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. I always wanted to go to a Yankees-Red Sox game, specifically at Fenway.
I would always, on my bucket list is to sit on the Green Monster. I think a lot of baseball fans' bucket list is to sit on the Green Monster. It's very expensive. And Boston fans are rather mean, aren't they?
Boston, all Boston sports fans in general are kind of crucial.
Philadelphia as well.
Philadelphia, I would never want to play there.
Are there nicer fans than Chicago? I don't know.
I think we just say a Chicago fan. I don't know what we're like to outside people.
Yeah, White Sox fans, pardon my bias, but, they can be rather angry, but understandably so, as they're still struggling to put together wins.
No one doesn't like Theo. No one doesn't like Theo.
Well, true. I digress, as the White Sox have been able to put together 11 wins as opposed to 9 losses to this point in the game. Point in the season.
Oh, line up.
Wind seems to be picking up here in Aurora. Joe Nardoni Field here at Marmion Academy. Verdon seems to have finished his warm-up tosses as the right-handed hitter now steps up to the plate to begin the bottom of the ninth.
Leading off with Jack Moe, number 13.
Open to stands. Verdon working quickly. Once again fires. Breaking ball that was heading at Mullenhouse. He stepped in. Didn't step out. So
Mullenhouse has been the target of a lot of hit by pitches. I believe in the last 6 games he's been hit a total of 8 times. Sent me a few bruises.
It's a slow grounder to the second baseman. Handles it well. Throws on the first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. The Cadets' uniforms, they look rather sharp, if I'm being honest. White tops, white pants. The socks are red, white, and blue, which is impressive.
Stirrups, I think, I believe they're called.
They're stirrups. They are not socks. My apologies.
At bat is Arkansas commit Chase Stanky, the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss.
A nasty changeup in the dirt that time. He hasn't thrown that pitch much, and he hasn't really commanded it well, and he's smiling. He's smiling, but you're facing an Arkansas comment, my friend. Don't hang a curveball. Don't leave two-seamer down the plate.
Chase has been over his past 12 or 13 at bats. His average has probably dropped at least 100 points. So, Stanky in a slump right here. Let's see if he can get out of it.
They say the best way to break out of a slump is lining a home run right over the right field wall here at Joe Nardoni Field. That's a rumor in baseball history. That's what they say is the best way to end a slump. Swing
Nice hit out
drive,
to center fielder.
backing up.
And he cannot catch it.
It's a ground rule double.
Off the batter's eye. There,
It's
not.
over the yellow line. Apparently not a ground rule double.
That's going to be a double either way. So that's a nice hit by Stanky, getting out of his slump right here.
Rodriguez misplayed that ball as he started by coming in a couple steps. That ball took off on him as it hangs right over his head and he's unable to grab it. As Stanky trots into second base with an easy one-out double. That's how you break out of a slump if I've ever seen it.
As there is a conversation between the head coach of the Mustangs and the umpire. I don't know what they could be debating, whether it's a ground rule double or a double. Either way, you're on second base, so they might know something I don't. Head coach Frank Chapman seems to be getting the conversation, and they come to an agreement as what they see. Stanky. I don't really see what they're going to do there. I mean, it could be on second base either way, but.
All right, 1 out, no balls, no strikes on the batter. Chase Stanky at second base. Vernon from the stretch.
Up is Bobby Pierce. Take a triple. Let's see if we can do. Let's do another one of those. I think the Cadets will be quite happy. Bobby Pierce is one of their better hitters on this team. Tied with Stanky and Diorio for the lead in home runs. Nice pitch. It's high.
Drive back to the center fielder coming in.
Coming in fast.
That time is when you want to come in, as opposed to the last time. Now 2 outs. Still runner on second base with Chase Stanky. Stepping up now is going to be Bryce Burton.
Burton hit a good ball last time. Let's see if we can get similar power as he did on the last.
Just got to find a hole. He had a good at-bat. He put together a lot of foul balls. Good eye at the plate in the last at-bat. This is another at-bat for Bryce Burton with a runner in scoring position. Let's see if he can capitalize. Chase Stanky runs on back to second base after Burton calls time. Burton set and delivers. Burton steps out on a nice curveball. He, like Lundell, is starting off a lot of batters with the breaking balls. 0-1 now on Burton. 2 gone. Runners on second. Another curveball.
According to PBR, Mr. Burton will throw a fastball between 83 and 86 miles per hour with a slider of 75 to 76. Stands at 5'8", 145 pounds. So your judgment on stats earlier was right. Not the biggest guy, but seems to be throwing some heat.
Yeah, that's quite impressive. Not the tallest. Heat doesn't depict gas. As he fires a breaking ball, this time inside, as it moves the count 2-1 on Burton. Chase Stanky takes his lead off second base.
That's a face of pretty good pitchers this year. Yesterday, went up against Batavia, suffering the loss 4-3, but went up against their pitcher Glenn Albanese, who is 6'6", 225, is almost the opposite of the pitcher they're facing today, who maxed out a fastball 92, according to some of the players. He was sitting in at about 88, 89 miles per hour, and that's been some pretty good power. Had the lead for a majority of the game. A few errors and quote-unquote unfair calls by the refs said that but it made the game go the other way for the Bulldogs.
The 3-1 is another nice breaking ball from Burton, my apologies. He hasn't really thrown the two-seam fastball that's that bad. He's sort of picking up what we're putting down, if you will. He's now 3-2, 2 away. Runner on second, as far as you can go. The payoff pitch from Burton to Burton. Oh, he steps off. Off tempo with his catcher there. Burton steps out, takes another practice hat. Stanky steps off second base. Gets his nice lead. Burton ready to resume action as he steps up. Burton from the stretch, the 3-2 offering.
Good contact out in the right field. Easy catch for the right fielder. Got to capitalize. The Cadets are so far have not capitalized on any of their at-bats with runners in scoring position.
0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. That's not how you win ball games. Timely hits is how you win baseball games. Haven't had one yet, but we move on to the top of the fifth now. St. Rita Mustangs 1, Marmion Cadets 0. This is the home of Marmion baseball. Marmion Live on YouTube. Share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with your dog, share it with your cat. We are here and we are real. And we're going to be out here broadcasting these games. And, this is the inaugural broadcast from Joe Nardoni Field from Marmion Baseball. There's never been a Marmion Baseball broadcast, but until today. And sadly, The first broadcast is never the best, right? Because we don't really have a camera. But hopefully we can handle that for the next one. Seems to be a new pitcher on the bump for the Cadets. Oh,
No,
not.
no, it's not.
Still Lundell. On our out-of-town scoreboard, it seems like the Astros and the Indians have started from Cleveland. Still the top of the first inning with Trevor Bauer on the bump. No runs for either club to this point, but we'll keep you updated on the action as this new ball game starts.
See the
Lundell finishes his last warm-up. Stanky throws on down to second base. Perfect throw. Turkhouse handles it. Back to third baseman Gibson. Back to Lundell. Ready to resume action here in the top of the fifth. Leading off for the Mustangs is going to be second baseman Jalen Greer. He sees if he can lead off right for the Mustangs. Lundell is ready to begin the fifth frame. He rocks and fires from the windup to Greer. It's another first pitch breaking ball as he takes it for a called strike. 0-1 on the leadoff batter. The 0-1 offering from Lundell is taken on the low and outside corner.
Very low and outside.
On the outside edge, perhaps off the outside edge. The 0-2 offering from Eric. A nice breaking ball, breaking away from the right-handed batter. That's a prototypical two-strike pitch. The slider trying to get him to swing out of the zone, expand his strike zone. Didn't offer it that one. Good pitch. Brings it to 1-2. See, it's a high pop fly to the right fielder.
Brandon McPherson gets it in. Nice.
Handles it well. One dead here in the fifth.
This is a pretty big kid, you know. Quarterback last year, he's gained quite a amount of weight hitting the weight room. He's about 6'4". In height.
He seems to be at the other end of the spectrum. Mr. Matt Burden, the biggest man, but he throws gas as well. And Brandon McPherson, larger gentleman, he throws heat as well. Big, muscular right fielder. Second this frame, Lundell throws and delivers high and outside for ball one. Seems to be Mike Redmond, the shortstop, number one, leading off here. Another fastball outside. Oh, it's not Mike Redmond. Mike Redmond. The next runner, this is Joe Trezek. He's going to be taking over at shortstop. Working quickly now, 2-0 on Trezek. Another fastball outside. 3-0 here with one dead on the pinch hitter Trezek. You think he's got the green light on 3-0?
I would give it to him. You're up 1-0.
3-0 offering is a breaking ball. The 3-0 breaking ball, not the most common pitch, but that's how you keep him from guessing. Still a one-out walk here in the fifth. Now we're back to the leadoff man, Mr. Charlie Rodriguez, center fielder. He'll bat with a runner on first base and one dead. So he takes his lead off of first. Lundell peeks on over. Comes set. Throws it on over to first base to Delorio, but he's back in safe. Rodriguez steps back in the box.
Cadets getting another double play here.
Another double play would be nice. Ran that two-seam fastball in on the last time to get the double play. Another check on Trezek to Delorio. Back in safe. Lundell starting to fatigue here, which is noticeable. But one way to not fix your fatigue is keep on throwing over to first base. Try and keep a composure here. Get through the fifth inning. The 0-0 offering is another breaking ball. Nice pitch. Drops on into the strike zone. He is liking that first pitch curveball. Trezek takes his lead. Lundell comes set. Charlie is ready. Low and away on the fastball. Tried to nip that outside edge, but didn't catch it. Still now 1-1 on the center fielder. Trezek getting a nice frisky lead off first base. A little modest. Lundell delivers. It's a ground ball to short.
Cannot be handled by Taus, and that will make. He looks to go into third. He's going
home.
And they will stop him. That's the aggressive base run. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's the CCL Blue difference. You know, these kids play baseball differently. Not only are they better than the average team or the usual team you'll see out here in the western suburbs. You know, these kids play a lot. They play sports differently. They understand the game better. They play the game better, and obviously their teams are better.
And the official score has awarded an error to Trevor Taus now, as it's 1 out. Runners on the corners, as the number 2 batter, number 17, designated hitter rough drops back up to the plate. Squares the bunt. It's a suicide squeeze.
And it will be perfectly executed, and he will be safe.
That was a beautiful bunt. Now runners on first and second, as it's 2-0 now.
Great baseball IQ.
Suicide squeeze to work for him. That's quite demoralizing. As you see the runner barreling towards the plate as you deliver the offering, and then he gets the bunt down as he threw that fastball down the middle, and he was able to punch it down the left field line. It was a base hit, no less. 1 out now. We can hope to get another double play ball, but first and second, already a runner in. Gets that curveball, first pitch again. Runner better late on it. He lines it to the right field. Out of play.
Now, while the Cadets are down 2-0, they have had good pop in the bat in later innings and in multiple games against St. Francis, Montini, Geneva, Batavia, and other teams, you know, as they foul the ball off. The Cadets score, and they'll have 1 inning where they'll go for 3 or 4, 5, and in some cases 6 runs in 1 inning. So the Cadets will start off slow, and then in later innings, once they get to see the pitcher, you know, get all the kinks out, I guess you could say, they tend to get hitting. So I expect in this 5th or 6th inning we see the Cadets put together a strong inning, even though they are down 2-0. Down, but not out.
0-2 here on Burden as he looks to get the ball in play. As he looks at strike 3 called on a nice breaking ball by Lundell. Now 2 away, still runners on first and second. Let's see if he can get another punch out or just an out any way he can get it with the runner in scoring position. Now batting is the catcher, Jake Zielman, and he looks to get a base knock with the runner in scoring position with 2 dead. Eric Lundell is looking to get out of the inning with 2 dead.
We see some action going to Marmion bullpen as opening catcher Adam Hochstetter and senior Zach Lentz seem to be getting ready to get warmed up.
First pitch low and outside. Got a fastball by Lundell. You don't want to get behind on a batter, and you don't want to walk the bases loaded, even with 2 outs. Lundell from the stretch. Another nice curveball. Makes the batter back out of the way, but doesn't catch that inside edge. He moves it to 2-0. I don't expect to see him groove in anything here on 2-0 with the runner in scoring position, but you really do not want to walk him. Got to pound the strike zone here by Lundell. Starting to fatigue. See if he can bear down and get an out. Swing and a chop for Trevor Taus. Moves on over on to first, and we're out of the inning. But a run is in as the Mustangs extend their lead over the Cadets to 2-0 now as Cadets come to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Mustangs 2, Cadets 0. Bump here to begin the bottom of the 5th inning for the Mustangs as he delivers what was the last warm-up tosses. The Cadets are looking to get something going on the base paths. Let's see if they can get a few base runners to lead off the front, drive in a couple. Clutch hitting is what they've been lacking so far this game. Brendan Pearson's going to lead off the bottom of the 5th against Matt Burden.
Good come out today. Good amount of attendance here. Judging by my eye, I see about a good 8 to 12 people for on the Mustang side, and a solid 25-30 for the Cadets, good showing. Marmion Baseball, one of the better programs here at Marmion Academy.
Moving back to our out-of-town scoreboard, looks like the Cleveland Indians have taken a 1-0 lead over the Astros in the bottom of the first, as they have no outs with the runners on second and third off of Lance McCullers, as they are threatening to score a few more. Lance McCullers has had a good start to his season after being injured most of last year, but he seems to be off to a shaky start against the Indians, the defending American League champions. We're back to action here at Joe Nardani Field. It's a high line drive to center field, a leadoff single on the first pitch of the inning for Brandon McPherson.
Good hit by Brandon. Been up and down this season. I imagine it can't be too easy being the ace and having to be relied on every day because he was such a solid bat. So I imagine some days it gets pretty tiring on the body, as there seems to be a change of balls.
One way to get back into a baseball game is stringing together hits, and that is a good way to start it. A leadoff single is on your way to tying it up. We need a couple runs here in the bottom of the fifth to tie it up. Elias Flowers now steps up. The center fielder, number 3. Hopefully he can reach base. We just got to get a rally going. Get your rally caps on, folks. McPherson takes a modest lead off first base. Burton looks at him, but throws it back with Elias. Bunts it back for
High
the
bunt.
stop. Just missed that one. Don't want to jab. Good jab, but tipped right off his bat. 0-1 now on Elias. Burton, his pitch count's probably getting up there now, but he's still working well. He's got that nice lively fastball, got that nice breaker. On 0-1 here, let's see what he throws Elias. Now comes set. McPherson takes his lead, doesn't look at him. Oh, he throws over to McPherson and gets back safely.
Burton seems to be very good at tricking the base runners and not being really. You can't really tell when he's gonna pick you off. Most pitchers I've seen so far this year in the game have tend to pickoffs aren't really effective. But like I said, CCL Sports, they just play the game different. Another pitch back.
That one was a closer play on Brandon, but he was able to get back safely.
First
The more
base
you can
coach.
tire off Burden is the better. I would appreciate it if we can get him out of the game, as he pitched a very solid ball game, only allowing 3 knocks.
McPherson still taking a modest lead as first base coach Bobby Winkle instructing him
Throws over
another
again.
throw off. 3 in a row.
The fatigue is wearing on Matt Burden thus far. You can always tell when a pitcher seems too worried about that first base man on first base. He's starting to tire. Let's see if we can get on him here in the bottom of the fifth. Throws now. Elias gets the bunt down, and it's foul. Back to the backstop. Now 0-2 on Elias. Burden, he looks like he wants to get through the bottom of the 5th inning. Not sure if he's going to advance into the 6th. He's run a good ball game.
I cannot see any action. If you could, Fred, I don't see any action in the Rita bullpen.
0-2 now on Elias as Matt Burden peeks over once again at Brandon McPherson.
A long peek.
Look.
Stared him down.
Elias
Another.
steps back. Another look. Finally comes set. The 0-2 offering is not, and it's back to first base. Keep checking on Brandon. The more throws, the merrier. That's just another good way to fatigue.
McPherson, a big fella, not the speed that a person like Flowers or Taos might have, but when you're 6'4" and you take a slide, you cover a lot of ground. And Brandon
once again squared to bunt on that offering, but it's low outside. Now brings it to 1-2 on Flowers. Brandon McPherson.
Chapman signals to Elias. We'll see what Chapman has.
There's a quick move there by Verdon. He got him right when Brandon was taking his lead. Verdon seems very worried about Brandon McPherson.
I'm more worried about Elias right now. Elias is, like I said earlier, kind of a speed demon out there. Haven't really seen McPherson display his speed this season, but
once again squares around the bottom. This one's once again low as he brings it to 2-2. Traveling time for Brandon? Perhaps.
you kind of see the frustration on his face. Hands on his hips, like, come on, man.
He may have been throwing, 6 pitches in the at-bat, but he's thrown over, 4 times? That takes a toll. This at-bat is more than just 6 pitches. Reattaches his glove. Verdon taking a nice long breath. Looks back at Flowers. Brandon steps off first. Once again, Verdon peeks. Verdon sets. And Verdon delivers. Elias squares and gets the bunt down right in front of the plate.
Good bunt.
Very good bunt. And he is out at
Oh.
first base. Very close play, but a good bunt nonetheless as you move him to second. Now runner in scoring position with Dylan DiOrio, the first baseman, come back up.
Man,
See
scoring
if
position.
He can get a base hit with runner in scoring position. The Marmion Cadets have struggled. Their batting average with runners in scoring position tonight is 0. So let's see if they can raise that up. That's how you win ball games. Clutch hitting. You got to get back in this game with a nice base hit here. Even just reach base on a walk. Any way you can do it. You just got to keep the line rolling. At Burden, after giving up that bunt, it was a good bunt by Flowers. Got the job done. That's all he needed to do. DiOrio sets, Burden delivers. Swinging a foul ball off his foot, perhaps, back to backstop. 0-1 now on DiOrio. That was a first pitch breaking ball. Both pitchers are liking their first pitch breaking balls in this ball game. The first pitch fastball, it's sort of gone out of style for these two individuals. Let's see if DiOrio can handle one. I'm sitting dead right here. He delivers a breaking ball off his foot again. He's taking a beating. That fella.
Seems to take off. It seems to take off his helmet. Readjust.
That never feels good. That never feels good.
Signals no to the ref. I don't know where he's saying no to.
He's all right. He's ready to play.
He's a tough kid, you know.
Recuperating. Catcher, very nice move by the catcher. Yet recognized his fellow baseball player was in pain, so he went and talked to Burden. That's a good, courteous move. Gotta appreciate that. DiOrio seems ready. Step back to the plate. 0-2 now. If I were a betting man, after seeing those first two pitches, if I'm Burden, I'm throwing him the pitch inside, based on what I've seen so far from DiOrio. Let's see what he does here on 0-2. Sets. Brendan McPherson takes his lead off second base. DiOrio ready. This time he throws it outside on a fastball. Perhaps missed his spot. Still a ball. 1-2. DiOrio comes back into the plate. Burden, long looking to catcher. McPherson steps off second. Burden takes a peek. Burden ready and set. And the delivery. Another ball inside. Ground to the shortstop swiftly. Throws it on the first. 2 outs now. Brandon McPherson on third base. 2 out knocks win ball games. 2 out knocks win championships. And the Cadets got to drive in that runner on third base. Even with 2 outs. Trevor Taus looking to drive him in with a runner in scoring position.
Trevor Taus, Ohio Wesleyan commit. Let's see if we can bring home the first run tonight for the Cadets. But Cadets have played good, solid baseball. Outside of one out hit for the Mustangs in the error by Taus at short, really hasn't been much negative for the Cadets. Lindell's pitching well. They're playing good defense for the most part. So the Cadets are in this game. This is not a game where Rita's head and shoulders above the Cadets, at least as it's being played right now. But Cadets got to capitalize. Rita capitalized on the opportunity. That's the difference as of right now. Is one team capitalizing, one team isn't. So
2-0 now on Taus as the pitch by Verdon is inside, almost knocks Taus, but now 3-0. Does he have the green light here with the runner in scoring position with 2 outs? I'm thinking he's taking all the way. Outfielder shaded to the left, even though it's a left-handed hitter. Verdon now from the windup, the 3-0, lays it on in for a fastball. Down the middle. 3-1 now, still 2 outs. Brandon McPherson on third base. Verdon working quickly, out of the windup, rocks, fires, and the 3-1. Nice two-seam fastball. He has not forgotten the two-seam fastball. Haven't seen it a lot this inning. But that time, it backed off the left-handed batter. He works it in on righties, he works it in on lefties too, but it backs back over the heart of the plate. The 3-2 is fouled away to the left side. Trevor Taus fighting here on 3-2. Full count, runner on third. Keeping reach base on Verdon. But the 3-2 offering today. Pitch by Verdon is outside. Just missed. Waiting for the call there by the home plate umpire. 2-out walk. Runners on the corners now. Let's see if Colin Gibson can get a clutch RBI. Got to need a base hit here. As the Mustangs manager takes a long lope out to the mound. Let's see if he changes pitchers. So it would be nice to see Verdon out of there. He's pitched a very, very good game.
well, great pitching duo from both Lundell and Verdon.
For sure, for sure. Both had the fastballs working. Verdon's had that two-seamer working. His two-seam fastball has been absolutely devastating.
Cadets really need a good capitalize right here. Gibson, the right-handed hitter. A nice hit, a nice opposite field hit as of right now. The Mustangs playing bad. Gibson not really a power hitter. He's more of a contact, split the gap kind of guy. So We'll see what the Mustangs have it going for here. No one, I don't see anyone in the bullpen, Mr. Shob. I cannot see from my angle.
Not from this angle. I don't see anyone any action. So this is Matt Burden's inning 2 finish. Long meeting on the mound as the home plate umpire now comes to break it up. His manager now relinquishes his managerial duties and walks over back to the Mustangs bench. Now batting is going to be Colin Gibson, the third baseman. Let's see if he can drive him in. Maybe a clutch hit here. Catcher shouts out signs with the runners on first and third. Matt Burden standing behind the rubber. Doctors up the baseball with some dirt. Get some grip. Seems ready. Toes the rubber a dent. This time going to be working from the stretch. House on first. Brandon McPherson on third base. 2 outs. No balls, no strikes on Gibson. The first stretch offering. Swing and a check swing. And I believe that was a straight out. He went around.
They call a strike.
0-1 on Gibson. That's that 2-seam fastball once again. Comes set. Trevor Towse takes the lead and he steps off. Trevor Towse almost got picked off. That was close. That was quite close.
Burden.
That was a nice move by the right-handed pitcher. You usually don't see that move. It was the move where he comes set and he starts his motion, but he steps right off. That's usually a lefty move, but a good move nonetheless. Especially with a runner on third and runner on first. And he did it again. Throws over to first, almost got him. Still 0-1. He's got a nice pickoff move. He's the anti-John Lester out on the mound. He knows how to move the ball to both bases, third and first. Didn't run at Brandon on third base, but I bet he could. And with that nice step-off move, and he starts his wind-up, I bet he will. The 0-1 now. Let's see if he throws it back all over to Trevor Towse. This time was a different pickoff move as he stepped off and threw directly to Towse. Didn't do the lefty move and started his wind-up.
Guarantee remembers picking off Towse earlier in the ball game. Definitely remembers that. So he'll see if he can get Towse another time. The pitch.
0-1 now is a curveball that dropped into the strike zone. He's got that nice breaker moving. Starts in on righties, drops right over the plate. Got the good command. Now 0-2. This is a key pitch here. Turning point in the game if you can line a single. Trevor Towse on first, Brandon McPherson on second. 0-2 offering is
good hit into the drive. That's good for the Cadets.
Single. And he boots it in left field. And
he's going to throw it. Towse is down, and he is safe at third base. Man on first and third for the Cadets.
Gibson with a clutch 2-out single. 2 strike, 2-out knock. Run drives in the run, and it's now 2-1 Mustangs. Let's see if we can get another clutch 2-out hit. With a runner on first and a runner on third once again. Thanks to that key boot by the left fielder.
That was a great
E7.
Great base running by Trevor Towse, being aware. Wasn't a bad of a hop that the left fielder took, but Towse was aware and he capitalized on the situation. So up for the Cadets now, we got number second man in the order, Jack Mullenhouse, our second baseman. 2-1 ball game. Cadets have 5 hits on the day.
Up the batting average was running in the scoring position with that knock by Gibson. First offering to Mullenhouse up the stretch is another line.
Let's go.
Tied the game. Jack Mullenhouse jumps on that first pitch fastball and drills into left field. Back-to-back, 2-out RBI singles to left field by the Cadets, by their 1 and 2 hitters, driving in both runs, and they tie it up. The 5th hit of the ball game, and it is now 2-2.
I mentioned it earlier. These Cadets are a team that can put together runs really quickly, and with 2 outs too. This is a Cadet team that they get hot, they get confident, they will do damage. After last year, kind of a disappointing last place finish in the CCO Blue Division. Cadets are not going to repeat that. I guarantee you right now. They're not going to repeat the same result as last year.
Matt Burden is starting to tire. Now he gets to face a menacing figure in the left-handed batter's box. It was Chase Stanky, the Arkansas Comet. Now takes ball 1 from Burden. Burden clearly starting to tire, as he's had his worst inning of the game by far. Giving up a couple. All with 2 outs. Got to give the Marmion Cadets credit. You win ball games with 2-out knocks. Let's see if Chase Stanky, the number 3 hitter, can take the lead for the Cadets. Matt Burden taking a long wait on the mound, docks up the baseball, takes a deep breath, recompose himself after those 2-out knocks. Always demoralizing. You get the first 2 outs easily, then you allow a base runner on. Well, before you know it, it's 2-2. The 1-0 now to Stanky from the stretch. That 2-seam fastball. He might be tired, but that 2-seamer has some whip. That one is to the lefty this time. It caught the outside edge. Cool
story about Chase Stanky. His batting stance is pretty unique. He used the leg kick. One of the coaches, I believe it was Coach Bobby Winkle, asked Chase, why do you leg kick? He didn't think it was working. Very next pitch, he Sent it in the right field. And that is in the right field. That is going down. They're going to wave home Jack Mullenhouse. That's Colin Gibson coming home. It's a 3-2 ball game, ladies and gentlemen. They have Tanky at first base. He'll slide in. They're going to call him out.
Oh dear, people are angry with that one. That scored the run.
And they're debating whether the run scored. I believe the run scored.
Not a force out at first base because he reached first. It was a base hit. So the runner scored before they got that out. That should be a run.
That happened to the Cadets against
So Mullenhouse was waved around too as they caught Stanky in that pickle.
Still good hit.
If Stanky did not get out on first.
Still really good base rush by Chase, but then it's ended up getting caught up. You know, that's really good. That cost the Cadets a run against Montini. Yes, it was Montini, where they had scored out before there was a tag. And now they got them a 3-2 lead. Let's see if Lundell getting back in the game, even though Lentz has been the bullpen.
To get a win now. How about that? 3 2-out knocks by the Cadets in the bottom of the fifth to take the lead. That's quite impressive. You know you're going to be successful when you can get clutch hits with runners in scoring position with 2 dead. Now Lundell, he's got a chance to get a win if he retires them in order, or maybe not in order, but he retires them without giving up any more runs. As he's pitched a good ball game, only giving up 3 hits, walked a couple. So Stanky now takes over from Adam Offsetter, backup catcher. Lundell delivers one of his final 1 pitches. An exciting inning, that bottom of the fifth, where they scored 3.
I always say in any sport, especially sports like baseball, football, basketball, momentum is the biggest weapon. You know, if you got momentum on your side, you know you're going to win a lot of ball games. So the Cadets right now have momentum. What they need from Lundell is they need a solid inning. No runs allowed, obviously, in a 1-run ball game. So if Lundell can get out of this inning with no damage, no runs allowed, heading to the bottom of the 6th with a lead, the Cadets can get a good win against a very good Rita ball team.
Very nice. That was a great pitcher on the mound for the Mustangs. I'm not sure if he's going to come back out to the top of the 6th, but we will see. The bottom of the 6th. Lundell's first offering is that first pitch curveball, just misses on the inside corner. Now up is number 51, Rydorowski, catcher. The 1-0 offering is blowing outside on the fastball. 2-0 now by Lundell. Off to a shaky start this inning. He's got a chance to get a win. There is still action going on in that left field bullpen for the Cadets. See if Lundell can get through this inning. The 2-1 offering. 2-1 Rowski takes a 2-seam fastball that apparently just missed off the inside edge.
I can't say right now. I cannot figure this strike zone whatsoever. I mean, it consistent for both teams, but I still can't figure it out.
That one is a strike, undebatably. 4-seam fastball laid right down the middle, straight down the hard plate. Now brings it to 3-1. He's going to try and fight back here. The 3-1 offering from Lundell is high foul drive.
Better watch your cars.
Out of play.
As Jack Davis goes for that foul ball.
Now 3-2 on the catcher. Nope. On the first baseman, Wojnarowski. The payoff delivery by Lundell. Swinging a high drive, left field. Moving over. And he's got it. 1 out.
Bobby Pierce. Looking good for the Cadets. You know, this is a good test for the first real test, I would say, for the Cadets. You know, top 10 team in the state for the PBR from in St. Rita. You know, Cadets have struggled against certain teams, but you know, this Cadets team, I think, in my personal opinion, on any given day, could beat any given team, but also can lose to any given team.
For sure, they have a chance to go on a run. The first pitch to Blake Soria is taken, blown away, blocked by the catcher Stanky. Curveball that time. Once again, another first pitch breaker.
Lundell seems to be getting a little fatigued now more after his pitches.
He's not finishing his delivery, you can tell. He's leaving a lot of pitches up, but that time he missed down. 2-0 on Soria. Once again, he started these first 2 batters 2-0 here in this frame. Let's see if he can deliver the 2-0 high fastball. Just missed. 3-0 now. Back-to-back batters reaching 3-0. It's not how you win ball games. It's time to deliver clean innings. Let's see the 4-in fastball right now for you. Missed low. That was a fastball. There's Lundell starting to tire. Here comes the coach, the manager for the Cadets, Chapman, he's probably going to make a pitching change. Let's see what the verdict is.
You see senior Zach Lentz out there, the righty, warming up in the cadet bullpen. We'll see what he does. It seems to me that Chapman is talking it over. No signal yet to bring in Mr. Lentz.
Long meeting.
Whole infield's in there. It appears Chapman will leave Lundell in the game. Get 2 more out to the man on first. Double play, obviously.
His trust in the righty as he leaves the warm reliever out in the bullpen, but he leaves his number 21 starter on the bump. Let's see if he can battle back here. Get a nice double play ball down the end. That'd be a good way to in and out it. Takes his lead off first. Soria, the first pitch. Swing and miss. Good battle. Whatever Mr. Chapman says on the mound seems to work. Both times he has visited, Eric Lundell has battled back well. Let's see if he can do it again.
And on first.
Fitzgerald is stepping in on 0-1.
Nice lead off. High. Curve ball.
On a second pitch breaking ball. Misses outside. 1-1. That time he once again missed high with the breaking ball. That's not how you find success in baseball, but he's made it work so far. 1-1. Soria takes his lead. The stretch. Swinging a ground ball down the right field line, but foul. 1-2 now. He's pounding the strike zone this at bat. That seems to have worked. He's needed that quick breather from the manager. See if he can get Fitzgerald here.
Very important pitch right here.
That's Soria.
Very important as Lundell gets ready.
1-2 offering from the stretches.
Outside.
Kind of way. Good stop by Jay Stanky. 2-2 now on the second baseman. Right fielder. My apologies. Lundell, long look in, Stanky, peeks over at Soria, comes set, now ready and delivers. Swinging a high drive, pop fly, right center field, outfielders converging, center fielder Elias, right fielder Brandon McPherson caught it. He came out of nowhere. That was Elias Flowers' ball as he said. Brandon McPherson swooped it like Superman and caught the ball. That was interesting.
The two exchange words to each other, obviously friends on and off the field.
I've got to say, that's the center fielder's ball.
Yeah.
That's never a safe play. As we've seen it many a time where one of the corner outfielders tries to call out the center fielder. Even when it's the center fielder's ball and injuries happen. Good play by McPherson. Not going to argue with the outcome. 2 outs now with Greer at the dish. Good play by McPherson. 2 dead. Still runner on first. The first pitch to Greer is on the way. High and in with a fastball.
McPherson standing at 6'4". Elias Flowers standing in probably like 5'7". He'd probably tell me to say 5'9", but he's probably 5'7".
Hitting a smart five. The 1-0 offering. High drive.
Outside, this for sure is Elias's ball.
Makes a high
Great catch by Elias Flowers.
He got his catch stolen on the previous play, but makes that one count.
Stole an extra base hit away from the Mustangs. The Cadets will take a 3-2 lead in to the bottom of the 6th, as the Mustangs will have one more opportunity after this frame to try and come back. Cadets look to add some insurance. Let's see if Nationwide is on their side. Notice the insurance pun.
Great play by Flowers. It is undoubtedly 3-3 if he doesn't bring that ball in. What a play on the young center fielder.
Now, if ever you are questioning my bias towards the CCL Blue, this is a quick glimpse at it. The CCL currently in the top 10 has a total of 5 teams. Brother Rice, St. Rita, Mount Carmel, and St. Lawrence. That is 4 teams. My apologies. 4 out of the top 10 teams in the state of Illinois are in the CCL Blue, and our Marmion Cadets will have to play 2 games against each and every one of them.
Back to our out-of-town scoreboard. The Cleveland Indians have now taken the lead 3-0 over the Houston Astros. And supplying the pop, Michael Brantley with an RBI double. And Encarnacion gets his 8th rib, and Jose Ramirez gets his 18th RBI, the star third baseman. That accounts for all the runs for the Cleveland Indians to this point. Jose Ramirez, I was watching him in the World Series last year, and I really like this kid. Very talented, underrated, very pure hitter for the Cleveland Indians. They've got a good one. Speaking of a good one, Matt Burden still on the bump here to begin the bottom of the 6th. He's going to start with Bobby Pierce, the right fielder.
Let's see if Bobby can add some insurance. He had a pretty good solid day hitting with a triple earlier in the game. Burden's pitch count has to be up there. He's throwing quite a good amount of pitch with this new pitch count rule. High pop.
Driven to right field. First baseman, second baseman, right field. The converging right fielder handles it, and it's 1 dead after a 1-pitch pop out by Bobby Pierce.
Going back
That
to
certainly helps Matt Burden as his pitch count was climbing, but a one pitch out will not do the Cadets any justice.
that seemed to be gotta get some runs here. I mean, they might be up, they might have momentum, but Rita, they're an experienced team. This team had 6 returning starters from last year's team who finished this year ranked 10th by PBR, finished with a nice deep run in the playoffs. So again, another
Second pitch of the inning is now going to be handled by the middle infielders as Greer handles it. Now 2 pitches, 2 outs here to begin the bottom of the 6th.
that'll help his pitch count.
That won't help. That will help a fatigued pitcher. That won't help the Cadets. Brandon McPherson, after making that lunging catch, is stepping to the dish, and it's funny, Elias Flowers is going to follow him if Brandon can reach.
Brandon McPherson does not wear batting gloves. That's Brandon. Why don't you wear batting gloves? He said, "I get all my power through myself. I don't need no gloves." That's a direct quote from Brandon McPherson.
I'm not sure if he said that, Austin, but nonetheless, it's now 0-1 on McPherson. Oh, and he drives the left center field gap, and it's going to be another base hit. He's jumping on these early pitches, and he's driving them up the middle. Brandon McPherson, a 2-hit day for the right fielder. And now it's going to be Elias Flowers. So both of the guys who handled the tough catches in the outfield this past half inning are going to bat. You know what they say. You make a play in the outfield, you make a play at the plate. Let's see if Elias can do something here. So after getting the first 2 batters of this inning on 2 pitches, he now has given up another single. He's going to keep checking on Pearson as he takes a peek, but the first pitch, he's fouled back to the backstop by Elias Flowers. He's on that pitch. 0-1 now on Flowers. Pearson on first. Burden at the plate. Burden on mound. Elias on the plate. Burden with a long look in. Comes set. He hasn't really checked on McPherson much this inning. The 0-1 is now outside, up and away on a fastball.
2 outs for the Cadets. 2 outs is where they did all their damage last inning. So hopefully we can repeat the success we had with 2 outs the last inning. Get some insurance going into the final inning.
Set. The 1-1 offering is on the way. Fastball that almost caught the outside edge. Good take by Flowers. That's a tough pitch to take. He's been pouring that curveball in on lefties on the outside half of the plate. Elias handled that one well. He took it for ball 2. 2-1, 2 dead. Runner on first. Matt Burden on the mound, looks in, comes set, now goes over to Brandon McPherson, and he's back safe. That's the first time he's thrown over at Brandon, this at-bat. Burden was checking on Brandon a lot the last time Brandon was on first base, but Brandon came around to score that first run for the Cadets. Big run. Let's see if he can score another. Elias Flowers now with a hitter's count, 2-1. 2-1 offering by Burden. The stretch, swinging a high pop fly. Left field and out of play. 2-2. The deuces are wild, as my man Vince Scully would like to say. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now 3-2 in favor of the Cadets. Let's see if they can get another clutch 2-out knock. That Burden comes set. Ready to get the stretch delivery. Goes back over to Brandon. Second time in this at-bat. Dives back in safe. Elias hoping to step back in the plate. Yep. Now ready. That Burden. Long look in. Let's see if he throws here on 2-2. Still deuces wild. Stretch in the delivery. Called strike 3. That was that nice 2-seam fastball. Got to give him credit. Maybe that was off the inside edge.
Painting the edge.
Flowers. He painted it. That was another good 2-seam fastball. Matt Burden, if that's his last pitch he throws this game, that was one heck of a performance by the right-hander. He had that great 2-seamer. He had that great curveball. But he might get the loss here if the Cadets can hang on. We move to the top half of inning number 7. As we don't know yet who's going to come out and pitch.
We see Zach Lentz, senior for the Cadets, will come out and be the closer for this game. Both teams huddle by their benches, by their dugouts. So on to the final inning for the Cadets. Let's see if Zach Lentz can keep the Mustangs from scoring and send the Cadets home to a nice big old W.
Zach Lentz finishing his last few warm-up pitches here to begin his first frame, hopefully his final frame, as he can lock down a save for the Cadets. 3-2 ball game here as we start top of the 7th inning.
Great game by pitched by Eric Lundell. Definitely, even if the Cadets do not get the outcome they want, he did pitch a very good game, allowing only 3 runs to a very, very good St. Rita Mustangs team who's only suffered 3 losses on the year. Overall good performance by the Cadets. I'm really
cannot argue with what Lundell played.
definitely going into this game, we're the underdogs. Many were asking today, I guess to beat St. Rita. They said, we can. We're not supposed to, but we can.
Lundell, he got down early, didn't get mad. He pitched one heck of a game. Gutsy performance, as he is now the pitcher of record for the Cadets. Pitcher of record for the Mustangs is Matt Burden. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, as we start at the top of the 7th inning. We got 9-1 and 2 to face Zach Lentz here. No out, as the first batter is going to be the shortstop, number 27, Steven Wisniewski. My apologies, Mr. Steven. Zach Lentz is ready and delivers the first offering of the 7th inning. Poured in for a fastball, and it is going to be
Strike
1.
Gonna get
A very emphatic delivery by our home plate friend, but working quickly. Zach Lentz is ready to deliver the next pitch.
Ooh, he went.
Great pitch. Two-seam fastball, I believe, working inside on the right-handed hitter. He made him go around. He made him bite. That pitch probably looked like it was going down the middle until it wasn't. 0-2 quickly on the number 9 hitter. Let's see if Zach can get him 1, 2, 3. Pitch is a nice.
He gone.
He gone.
I wouldn't say that all day.
We call it off.
Oh. Okay, maybe he's staying. I don't know.
The first pitch was, my apologies. The board.
Oh.
The first pitch was apparently called a ball, as that pitch was apparently only strike 2. Now 1 and 2 from Zach Lentz. Poured in for a fast.
Oh.
Apparently missed high.
I thought he missed right down the middle.
It was a good pitch nonetheless. 2-2.
Lentz with a quick.
Oh, nice breaking ball. Lentz should have had him.
Well, Lentz is, you can clearly see, he thought he had him 2 times in a row, but frustration might be getting to build for Lentz as he quickly winds up the pitch. High, now it'll be ball 4. The Mustangs will catch a break. Starting down, well, it seemed to be 0-2s, actually 1-1 will go into a walk.
Leadoff walks will always kill you in baseball. Zach Lentz should have had an out there. So 0 outs. Runner on first. Zach Lentz is now going to work from the stretch to face the center fielder, number 9, Charlie Rodriguez.
Frank Chapman going over to the
Plate.
Let's see what Mr. Chapman will talk to our umpire.
He's gonna have a nice little chat, man.
Oh, right. Don't say that again. You've been good today, but I think that was one of them.
Apologies. I won't say that anymore. The rest of the season.
No outs for the Cadets as their scoreboard changes. No outs, no balls, no strikes. And we have a man on first. Coaches talking over. For the Cadets, we have
What's a movement? I don't know what's happening.
Frank Chapman, and for the Mustangs, we have Mike Zanika. Hopefully I said that right. Long conversation, It always must be difficult to be a closer, especially when a 1-1 ball game. And
Yeah, it's a high leverage situation. You can't give up 1 run. You got no breathing room. Here for Lentz. Let's see what he can do.
as Stanky, Taus, Lentz, and Moenhouse on the mound conversing as we see Gibson and Diorio coming to the mound to join in the nice chat.
This is not good for Lentz because he just came out of the pen and he's taking a long rest here after the first batter he faced. Hopefully they let him throw a couple warm-up tosses. I don't know if they will.
I don't think they will.
The meeting is starting to break up.
This is over.
Chapman goes back to the dugout and third base coach is back to third.
The two coaches seem to be talking.
It's a high leverage situation. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on first. Nobody out. Here comes Charlie Rodriguez, center fielder, number 9. Zach Lentz is going to be working from the stretch as Charlie Rodriguez steps up to the plate. Ready, and Zach Lentz takes a peek over at first. Ready, sets, and delivers the first pitch. Taken and blocked very well by Stanky. That's a low changeup, I believe. Blocked rather well. If you let that ball get to the backstop, you're looking at a runner in scoring position with nobody out. That's a great stop by Stanky. High leverage situation, big play. Sometimes gets overlooked. Now the 1-0 by Lentz. Good fastball.
Good pitch.
Edge. That's how you get him. Get him back off that plate. And I would assume after getting him, he's setting him up for something outside. Maybe something to roll over for a double play. See what he does here. 1-1 now on Rodriguez. Lentz is set and now delivers. Goes outside with a change-up, but he missed low, and Rodriguez laid off. 2-1 now on Rodriguez. First base gets his lead. Lentz sets, delivers.
Foul tip off the
Just
to the right
barely
side.
made contact with that one.
2-2-0.
Brings us 2-2.
Nice situation to be in right here for how Mr. Lentz would like to have a strikeout, or a double play would be nice as well. Anything but a hit seems to be get the composure back from Mr. Lentz.
Big pitch here on 2-2. You don't want to go 3-2. Set and delivers. Curveball drops.
There he goes.
One out here in the top of the seventh. It's a good pitch. One out, 2 more to go. That's a key at bat by Lentz. He fought back.
A nice pitch by Zach Lentz. As we see some bullpen action, the Marmion pin. Adam Hawk started warming up a pitcher that I cannot see the number of.
Nice fastball
First
on the
pitch strike.
outside edge. Well framed by Chase Stanky. 0-1 quickly on the number 2 batter.
Very key at bat right here for Mr. Zach Lentz. Very key at bat.
Working quickly, dumps a curveball just missed high. Once again, the Cadets seem to be missing high with their curveballs. I guess it's better than missing low and going to backstop. 1-1 now on the number 2 batter. Once again, taken high and away. This time a fastball. 2-1, 1 out. Weshalewski on first base. Waits, takes his lead. Zach Lentz on the rubber, takes a peek, steps up, and sets the delivery. 2-1. And
Outside.
Now 3-1. Chase tried to frame that one as a fastball outside. Zach's got to fight back here on 3-1 with 1 dead and a runner on first. Don't want to walk him. 3-1 is a low changeup. And now
there's a
runners
walk.
on first and second here with 1 dead. The tying run is 180 feet away as the number 3 batter, and this looks like it's going to be Verdon. Verdon has a chance to write his name down as player of the game if he drives in a run here.
And on first and second, 1 out. Cadets looking for a nice ground ball. Hoping they'll send him home. Get him home to see what Mama cooked for dinner.
That would be surely nice if we can get out of here quickly with the dub.
Checks over to second base. Taos patting his glove to delivery. Right down the middle. That's the first strike for Zach Lentz. Good first strike. It's very important. You always want to have your first pitch be a strike.
Especially after a walk. First pitch strikes are key. Now 0-1 quickly on Verdon. He takes a peek over at second base. Another peek. Steps off. And he wants a meeting with Chase. Chase quickly hobbles out to the mound. They probably want to relay what they want to throw here to eliminate the chance of a second base runner stealing a sign. Well, 0-1 now on Verdon. They probably won't even deliver a sign here. Can't see it, but I doubt Chase Stanky is putting down any fingers.
The head coach seems to be making a slight change, and we will see a different runner coming in at first base. Strategically, we will see number 6. He'll go by the name of Sean McCander. He'll come in to pitch run for the Mustangs of St. Rita.
I bet he's quick. They're looking for a gapper that would take the lead for him.
Well, Mustangs have a pretty big roster right here. Our own Marmion Cadets only have 20 kids. The Mustangs, just by looking at it, seem to have at least 30.
Big team, big man on the mound. So 0-1. Swinging a high
Foul ball, good contact though.
Brings it to 0-2. Big pitch by Lentz.
Big pitch right here. Let's see if Zach Lentz can sit this man down. Let's see if he can get 2 outs and pin the Mustangs up against the wall.
Pitcher Verdon at the plate. Zach Lentz on the mound. The 0-2 delivery. The curveball.
Nice curveball.
Just misses the outside edge.
If you can hear it, Marmion parents are not happy about that one. Just look, it was a beautiful pitch. Seemed to be everything right, but the call just wasn't
They're
right.
starting to see the pitches with their heart now. The pitch was outside. That one
Almost hit him.
The pitch was outside, but 100 people, maybe not even 100, 50 people who were watching the game thought it was a strike. Don't think it was. Brings it now to 2-2 on Verdon. It's a key pitch here. You don't want to throw him a cookie, but you don't want to throw him a ball. Like Zach Lentz with the delivery.
High foul ball.
What you need. Shortstop's going to call him off.
Oh, as
there's a collision.
third baseman Gibby and the umpire seem to stumble, and there's confusion.
2 outs now.
2 outs for Zach Lentz. Man on first and second. Kind of a confusing play.
Trucked the umpire. That would have been bad if Colin Gibson called off the shortstop Towns, but he didn't. Trevor Towns called him off. made the play, 2 dead. Now in steps the catcher number 4, Jake Zeilman.
Stanky will translate. He said 2 here. If they hit the ball, step on the bag because it's a force at any base but home. And outfielders, know your cuts. Just to translate what Mr. Stanky said. Arkansas commit.
2 outs here in the final frame. Zach Lentz with the 0-0.
Nice curveball.
In for a strike. That was the pitch he was trying to get on the last batter. This time he got the call. 0-1 on Zeilman.
Cadets 2 pitches away from picking up a very big win against the number 7th ranked St. Rita Mustangs. Lentz checks over in the delivery.
And a fastball just missed outside. Once again, the fans are starting to see the pitches with their heart. It's just missed off the outside edge.
Comment says the call was terrible. It was on the edge. Definitely could have gone both ways. Another curveball, high, foul ball. Is it playable? Is it playable? Dylan DeLorio makes the catch, and the Cadets will win against the St. Rita Mustangs.
On our inaugural broadcast in Marmion history, the first broadcast of Marmion baseball, the Marmion Cadets win the game against the St. Rita Mustangs.
The Cadets will take the first game of this 2-game series. The Cadets will be in Chicago tomorrow for the second game against St. Rita Mustangs as the Cadets win 3-2 here to advance to 13-5 on the regular season. I am Austin Flanagan. This is Fred Shelf. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to Marmion Live. Tune in for our next game, or the next Marmion home game. I'm trying to get the date, but we'll let you guys know when our next home game is. We'll be surely be broadcasting. Hopefully by then we'll have the visuals working. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.
Great night, ladies and gentlemen.